This is our third episode featuring foods from Naples. And you just knew this one was coming. What's an Italian episode without spaghetti? And this one has a passion to surprise. So stay tuned. We're doing spaghetti.
Oh, hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Yeah, another episode that we're going to kind of base everything on Naples. So, what are we going to make today? Spaghetti pomodoro. This dish here was probably the first dish I had on my first night in Naples. A friend brought me, actually he wasn't a friend at the time, but he is now. Some guy I never met. Come knock on my door. There, I heard you're the new guy. You want to go up and get some dinner with me? I said, okay, sure. It was a really nice restaurant right at the top of our hill where our barracks was, and I really don't think you could call that what we lived in the barracks. I was stationed on a NATO command, and we had it better than the guys over at the other base in Naples, the Naval Support Activity. They were kind of more military, Navy sort of like barracks. What we were living in was really nice. It was like a big hotel overlooking the Bay of Naples. You could see Capri off to the side, Ischia. Oh, what a beauty. Anyways, went up to this little restaurant at the top of the hill, went in, and he said, hey, now you got to be careful now. I know you're expecting spaghetti and, American, tomato sauce, what have you. It's not like that at all here. So don't be disappointed. It's really good, but it's different. So I had it. It was different. Totally different take on what I was used to. But wow, it was good. And it's my go-to meal in this. I love making this meal in the summer. It's so easy. You're not sitting over a pot for hours simmering your sauce. Very few ingredients, fresh ingredients. And the end result is a spaghetti with tomatoes that's just to die for. Okay, spaghetti pomodoro. This is a very easy Italian recipe to make. Anybody can make it at home. Very simple ingredients. We start out with tomatoes. I've got some Parmesan tomatoes that we grew out in our back tomato garden. I've already cut some up. I've got about 3 or 4 cups of tomatoes that I'm going to use. We've got 3 cloves of garlic that we're going to crush and chop up. Some parsley for finish and some basil. A little salt and pepper, a little olive oil, and we'll be cruising right along. So let's get started. The very first thing I'm going to do is prep our garlic, and just give it a little crush here. Now, as you can see, I like a lot of garlic. This is enough for about 4 people. Once I get this crushed down, I'm going to give it a rough chop. Like my Sam the Cooking Guy knife. Sam was my guy. I got turned on to Sam during COVID. What a character. Another great guy, making simple food that anybody can make. I highly suggest that you go watch some Sam the Cooking Guy, but come right back to my channel, okay? So there we go. We've got a rough chop on our garlic. What we're going to do is get this into our skillet with some oil, and we're going to start sauteing, making our sauce. All right, so let's get started. What we're going to do is take some of my extra virgin olive oil and put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. Put that over here and let this warm up a little bit. And then take our garlic and add it to our oil. Oh yeah. Get that going a little bit. Let me step over here real quick and grab a stirring utensil, otherwise known as a wooden spoon. And we'll get this going, sauteing. Again, we do not want to over saute our garlic. So, just starting to get a little bit brown, so we're going to add our tomatoes. Give it a little stir. Oh, it even sounds good. I'm just going to give it a pinch of kosher salt and pepper. Just this thing. And we'll get this going. Meanwhile, while this is sauteing, breaking down, it's going to take a few minutes. Probably about anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes for these tomatoes to break down. And while that's doing that, I've got water over here in this other pot. I'm going to generously add some salt to my water from my pasta, from my spaghetti. And when it all comes together, it's going to be some of that good Napolitano goodness. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we've got our tomatoes. We're sauteing here with the garlic. What I'm going to do now is add a little bit of wine. Because we can. That's good. And I'm using a dry white wine. At the same time, what I'm going to do is take some of my fresh basil here, and I'm not going to cut this. I'm just going to tear it roughly. And put some nice fresh basil in there. And I like a lot of basil. So if you like a lot of basil, put a lot of basil in. The more the better for me. Wow, this is really getting kicked up a notch here. Looking nice, looking nice. Okay, so we're gonna let this saute a few more minutes, break down, and we'll come right back. All right, so we have our water at a rapid boil. What I'm going to do right now is add probably about 3/4 of a pound of spaghetti to this. Get this going while our sauce finishes off. So I'm feeling something here. Can't tell you what it is right now because I really don't know myself, but when I figure it out, I'm gonna let you know. But I'm feeling something. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling like there's a little more passion that I can add to this dish, and I'm just trying to think what it is that I can add, because I kind of roll like that. I'll start one thing and I don't know, I'll start feeling something else and shift gears. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna put the lid back on that, bring it up to another good rolling boil. Our sauce is looking really good. And this is where I'm thinking, I'm zoning in on shifting gears. I may shift gears on this because you know what? You can do that. When you're in charge, you can do whatever you want in the kitchen. As long as you're not burning things, blowing stuff up. But I'm feeling something different here. So when it comes, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, so it finally came to me, and I want to add some passion to this dish. I don't want to be just spaghetti pomodoro. So I was thinking lobster. Add some lobster to this baby. And wow, we're gonna take it from being a frigate to an aircraft carrier. Nothing against frigates. Frigates pack a big punch. But hey, we're going carrier with this. We're going all in. That's the way I roll. So I felt some more passion and I got some octopus too. So we're just gonna take, I've cleaned all this up. I'm gonna put some octopus in here. I took my lobster, I broke it down. I don't wanna do that on camera, I don't wanna gross people out, but I got some lobster parts in here. I cracked the claws and the knuckles. I'm gonna put this in here, put the lid on, let that steam and cook. Develop some goodness and some passion. And then we're gonna finish off the pasta. We're gonna toss it all up and it's gonna be one heck of a meal. Pomodoro with passion. That's what I'm gonna name it. Okay, so we're looking really good here. We've got about 3 minutes left to go on our sauce. And I let this go a little short on my pasta. So it's just a little bit below al dente because I want to finish it off with my sauce. So we're going to take our spaghetti straight from the water. And you notice I didn't even put a lot of salt in this. Number one, you get the seafood that's in it. Also, the pasta water was generously seasoned with salt as well. So we're going to take this pasta that's just a little bit below al dente. We're going to throw it in here with our sauce. Give it a little bit of a turn. We're going to put the lid back on it and we're going to finish it off. Okay, while the pasta is finishing here with the sauce, I've got a little bit of Italian parsley here. I'm just going to put a rough chop on this just for garnish. Again, it's just a rough chop, nothing special. All right, so some finishing touches here. Our sauce is just about there. Our pasta is just about there. We're going to throw in some fresh parsley. Give it a quick toss. All that goodness. Oh, me a Dio. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's called shifting gears. All right, so we're going to finish this off. Plate it up and we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are at the very end of our little travel to Naples, and what started out was supposed to be spaghetti pomodoro, had a little passion added to it, because you can do that. It's the fun thing about cooking. You can shift gears anytime you want. So here we go. We added some lobster and some octopus. So instead of being spaghetti pomodoro, now it's spaghetti frutti di mare. Fruits of the sea. Let's try this out. Go in here and get some of this lobster meat. Okay, it's just getting better from there. I mean, holy moly, baby octopus. Wow. Nice and tender. Tasting good. Tasting like you're down the port in Naples. Maybe Mergelina, not the port, Mergelina. And sitting right down there at the waterfront at a nice seafood restaurant, enjoying a dish like this. So, I don't know what you're eating tonight, but we're having this. Spaghetti pomodoro. No, it's not spaghetti pomodoro. Spaghetti frutti di mare. And so please like, subscribe, most importantly share. And that little bell at the bottom, go ahead and click on that for notifications. So the next time we have a video come out, you'll get notified that our latest and greatest video is out there. And hey, so today's special shout out which I do every episode. It's not going to a military person this time. This is going out to the, and we have a lot of civilians that work with us on our naval bases, and this is going to go out to the civilians out there that are working right alongside our naval personnel in our galleys, doing a fantastic job. And the 3 civilians that inspired me and took me underneath their wing when I first arrived in Naples, their names were Iliano, Gennaro, and Gaetano. And you know, without you guys tutoring me along and keeping me on the straight and narrow and showing me all your tricks of the trade, I wouldn't be where I am today. So shout out Iliano, Gennaro, Gaetano, off to you. Thank you. We'll see you next time.